What happens if the person that you are communicating with is going to be very stubborn? Whatever advice you give him or her, they do not want to listen, and they will not change their mind no matter how you push, how you threaten, how you actually make him to do what you want to do, but the person will not change. Under this context itself, there's a possibility that this person belongs to this category of character called the 死门 character under 奇门遁甲八字 destiny. So a 死门 person doesn't mean it's deaf, it's a deaf door, but that doesn't mean that it's deaf. But the deaf is just a representation in this aspect. So a deaf door person, meaning that this person is very, very, I would say, stubborn in such a way that no matter how you push the person, they will not budge, they will not give in. So in order to communicate with kind of people, we have to understand that the hard approach will likelihood not able to communicate with them. So how do we communicate with such group of people who are under the deaf door symbol? So a deaf door person, when you talk to them, you must understand their psychological mindset, how they really think. So which means that they are a very self-centered person, usually very self-centered person, and they will be always thinking about themselves rather than somebody else. That means they are the center of attention for themselves. So in order to communicate with them, you have to really go into their zone. That means go into their zone in such a way that telling them about the information, what they need to change, and you don't instruct them. You don't tell them what to do. You just share the information saying that it might be a benefit for them to do this thing or change their attitude towards certain things, and let them consider, let them think whether this is going to be good for them. That means in such a way that you're transferring the information to them, but letting them decide. So which means that they have the decision to decide whether to go ahead with whatever suggestion you do. But in other contexts where you give them the instruction, you tell them what to do and say that, hey, you must do this, you must do that. You have to do this or you ought to do that. Such kind of one-sided communication, it will not work with them because they are always in a situation whereby they believe that they are the ability to control their life and they do not take instruction. So be very, very mindful that such kind of people under deaf door, they do not like to take instruction. They want to think about themselves. They have their own way of thinking in a way that they are very stubborn, so much so that it's going to be very, very difficult to communicate with them if you are going to give them instruction. Okay, so always use the soft approach. Soft approach means that don't be harsh, don't be strong. Your tonality of your voices, the way you communicate with them, the words you communicate with them have to be soft rather than aggressive. So the more softer you go, the more easier you're able to embrace them and share with them the knowledge and let them decide that this is the best for them, which means that the center of focus will be on them rather than your agenda to change them. You see, so it's a different approach. So a deaf door person is not going to be easy to change, but there are ways to change it as long as you come from a soft approach and you do not use strong words, you use softer words. Your tonality, everything will be easier to communicate with them. And remember, let them decide. And if they want to change, they will change. If they don't want to change, no matter how you push them, they will never change. So that's how we actually handle and understand a person who is a deaf door under 奇门遁甲八字 destiny. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video.